Going to head to Cuba, which is set to pass a new law aimed at attracting foreign businesses.
That's right. The communist government is expected to pass massive tax breaks. Lawmakers will be voting on the legislation Saturday. Now, this law is seen as key to President Raul Castro's strategy to rebuild the economy. Investors have been leery of the country. Labor taxes are high. There is no open bidding for projects, and the government has been reluctant to let outsiders have majority ownership. But Cuba's hoping to change that. It drew up this legislation after meeting a delegation of 50 business leaders from Brazil. Delano de Souza has more.
Proposing major changes to integrate Cuba to the global economy. On Saturday, the government is expected to vote on a law to draw in foreign investment. The biggest attraction on offer, allowing new companies to keep earnings tax-free for 8 years. Once a tax holiday expires, profits will be taxed at 15%, down from the current 30%. The latest reforms proposed on the island has sparked optimism from Brazil.
The passing of the foreign investment law, which should happen on Saturday, which we know will happen, will be highly beneficial to combine what's already pretty positive.
The inability to control investments have impacted flows to Cuba. While fully owned foreign businesses were permitted, they were never approved. The government insisted on joint ventures until now. Since 2011, Cuba has been undertaking economic reforms to overhaul its economy. Last year, a Chinese-style special economic zone, Mariel, was established 45 kilometers outside Havana.
This law will bring new investments to the Mariel area and also for the domestic Cuban market. These advances are very important for the Cuban government to move in the direction of opening new rules for foreign investment.
Potential investors say more needs to be done to ease labor restrictions. For the past 5 years, Cuba has failed to meet its investment targets. The country that's been under U.S. embargo since the 1960s hopes the changes it's putting on the table brings in the cash.
We're going to have a look now at what's happening on the markets. How are things looking this morning, Will?
Asia stocks having a very strong week, possibly the strongest week they've had since April. The Nikkei is up now, this despite news coming out of Japan that consumer prices rose for the 9th consecutive month in a row. February, they're up 1.3% compared to the same period last month. In Wall Street, U.S. stocks closed down Thursday. Wall Street was not impressed with revised data over fourth quarter growth and a decline in weekly jobless claims to a 4-month low.
Time for a look now at some of the other stories making business headlines, Will.
Microsoft shares held steady despite a big announcement from newly appointed CEO Satya Nadella. The software giant is breaking its long-standing tradition and making its popular Office software available on iPad, the tablet of its rival Apple. Microsoft wants to increase its presence across all platforms and expand its cloud services. It was Satya Nadella's first major public appearance since taking the helm.
It seems Microsoft is hitching onto tablets at the right time. Market research firm Gartner expects tablets to outsell PCs in 2015. It says only 1/3 of consumers will be replacing their PCs. The rest will be going ultra-mobile.
And Versace has started the year on a positive note with a double-digit rise in sales. It saw the biggest boost in the United States, followed by growth in Asia. On the heels of the encouraging results, the Italian fashion house is planning on opening more stores, and some expect a stock market listing could be on the horizon.
Now, yesterday, Will, the watch industry's biggest event kicked off in the Swiss city of Basel. Some 100,000 visitors in all are expected to attend.
That's right, and I imagine many will be there to get a look at the world's most expensive watch, what's being called the Hallucination, with a price tag of 40 million euros. We get you see it there now. It comes with more than 110 multicolored carats. I imagine that would look quite good on your wrist, Melissa. And if you look closely, you can actually see the face of the watch, but I suppose that's what people call a conversation piece. No word now on how much it would cost to insure.
No, I dread to think. Thank you very much indeed, William Hildebrandt. Look there at the business headlines this morning. It is 1 minute past 7. We're going to have a look now at what the papers are saying. Florence Vimino joins me now. Good morning. We're going to start with what's grabbing headlines here in France. The leading topic continues.